Good day, the friends, the college and human rights defenders. We are deeply honored to have been the choosing for the 24th the Bishop TGI Justice and Peace Award in 2021. This award is the testimony to the significance that optometry plays in the future of the migrant workers by improving the protection of the migrant worker rights in Thailand through the gift of the sight in order to secure the future in focus, while recognizing the importance of the restored vision. There are the many other needs that demand our attention. I would like to thank the 18th Memorial Foundation who introduced our organization to the South Korea democracy movement, civil society, and public. The Foundation for Education and Development, FED, has been cooperating with them for more than a decade. The implementing the program on human rights education and international campaign to restore the human rights and democracy in Burma. Our partnership with the 18th Memorial Foundation has enabled our work to improve the life of the thousands of migrant workers from Burma. I believe that study the history of South Korea's own worker rights movement offer vulnerable the lesson for the grassroots activists like myself. The May 18 staff workers asked into the vital network. The Ji-Hon-Son Justice and Peace Award is also connected with the May 18 Memorial Foundation based in Gwangju, the South Korea. On behalf of our staff, the volunteer and family of the migrant workers who are not before you this evening, we accept this honor with a full heart. At the same time, my heart is heavy with the historical, the crossroads that our country now fails to raise out of the darkness of the military rule toward the light of the democracy. This is a time of the great challenge for all civil society organizations in Myanmar. Our people are suffering. A crisis of the unprecedented, the fear, chaos and uncertainty is sweeping the country. The brutal military coup has developed into the state of extreme the violence and resulting the economic collapse has impacted every region of the country. The medical community that courageously lead the civil disobedience movements or CDM. The working out of the government hospital and has been remarkable, but our healthcare system is not functioning at the time of the global COVID-19 pandemic. The Myanmar military and state security force are committing unspeakable human rights abuse, such as massacres of the civilians, including the children, that have been well documented. The thousands of political prisoners, including the journalists, doctors, activists, and teachers, are detained and subject to torture. Hundreds of the thousands of poor athletes, the villagers are displaced across the country, and thousands of more political activists and members of the parliament have fled to the neighboring country, especially in Thailand. This unstable climate of civil war, the COVID-19 pandemics, and the economic ruins which made the Myanmar workers easier target for the human trafficking and labor right exploitation in both countries. The Myanmar migrant workers in Thailand are helpless and hopeless. They're never getting access to the emergency assistance from the government agency or the local authority. Is a complex where they are caught in. We must urgently address this broken system to end the human trafficking and protecting the rights of the migrant workers in Thailand. The Foundation for Education and Development, FED, has been working in Thailand for over 2 decades, providing the education, health services, and legal protection to the migrant workers, while giving the knowledge that allows them to stand up and know their rights. We are more determined than ever to continue our work to protect and advocate for the migrants, the refugees, the internally displaced persons, IDP. These generous awards will be put toward working directly with those vulnerable community who I feel deeply connected to. We have to always try to use our work to promote human rights, justice, and protect naturality. This award has humbled us and allows us to pause and reflect deeply on the work that lies ahead. This award encourages us to uphold the volumes and bodies in the life work of the Bishop Daniel G. Honson and to follow in his path by raising the voices of those who experience injustice and protecting all who stand for democracy. Thank you so much.